out there this morning, isn't it, guys? However, everything is beautiful in its own way, like a starry summer night on a snow-covered winter's day, and everybody's beautiful in their own way. Under God's heaven, the world's gonna find a way. There is none so blind as he who cannot see. We must not close up our minds. We must let our thoughts be free. For every hour that passes by, you know the world gets a little bit older. It's time to realize that beauty lies within the eye of the beholder. And everything is beautiful in its own way, like a starry summer night on a cold-covered winter's day. Everybody's beautiful, oh, I love it, in their own way. Under God's heaven, the world's gonna find a way. Oh yes, everybody's beautiful, oh, in their own way. Under God's heaven, the world's gonna find a way. Yes, everybody's beautiful. Yeah, there we go, start singing. In their own way. Yes, under God's heaven, the world's gonna find a way. Yes, under God's heaven, the world's gonna find a way.
Well, good morning, everyone. Merry Christmas, John, and happy Thanksgiving, and welcome. I'm Reverend John Riley. I'd like to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service and let you know that if you're new to Unity, Unity is a worldwide movement of prayer, publishing, and education that helps people from all walks of life apply positive, practical, spiritual principles. People who are interested in spiritual growth, in transformation, into greater health and wholeness, into doing life better. We're here to support you and to help you discover that spiritual magnificence within you. We are so blessed this morning to have with us Casey Wicker as our platform leader, Deborah Winters as our soloist, Russell Norman on piano, and Ron E. Beck on drums. And so we're going to start our service with our opening song. I'll invite you all to stand as Deborah leads us.
I am healed, whole, and healthy. I relax and visualize. We got it again. I am healed, whole, and healthy. I am well. I am well. I am healed, whole, and healthy. I relax and visualize. I am healed, whole, and healthy. I am well. I am well. I am healed, whole, and healthy. yes we do. I am healed, whole and healthy. I am well, I am well. I am healed, whole and healthy. I accept and I receive. I am healed, whole and healthy. I am well, I am well. We haven't done this one in so long. Pray for peace. Very simple. You can make up your own harmony. More out-of-tune voices, the better. Pray for peace. 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 Please pray for peace. 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 Please pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. There's power in the number of us praying here on earth. We're asking for a miracle. Let your voice be the first. Pray for peace. Pray for your mother. Pray for peace. Pray for your father. Pray for peace. Pray for your children. And pray for you. Pray for peace. Pray for your mother. Pray for peace. Pray for your father. Pray for peace. Pray for your children. And pray for you. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Yes, pray for peace. Oh, pray for peace.
Thank you, Deborah and band. That was beautiful. And other choir. So welcome to this peaceful, fun, festive Sunday. My name is Casey Wicker, or backup singer number 2. It is my joy to be here with you. We are part of a worldwide movement that teaches 5 core principles to guide us on our path. The first principle, God is. There is only one power active in our life and in the universe. Grasp that. One power, God the good, omnipotent. And whether you call it God, isness, the universe, you are never separate, because our second principle is the I am. You and everything is the substance and intelligence of that one power. Amen, amen? Amen. Wow, okay, blowing my own socks off. The third principle is mind action. So therefore, it is important for us to know that our thoughts produce after their kind, and we have the ability to shape our world. And let's go on to the next principle, is that of prayer and meditation. I mean, this is all really, when you take and sink this in, it's a powerful, effective tool to use. But we need to be centered and grounded. So that is our fourth principle, that meditation and prayer connects us with that creative, constructive power of God to move in and through us as us. And then the fifth, We got to put some feet to it, the daily practice. For as we practice these principles daily, we open to and express more of that divine goodness that is us. Yes, yes? Yes, yes. So these 5 core principles, well, they guide us also in living our vision statement. And it's coming up, and I want us to take a breath, stand firm, and mean it from the heart. Centered in God, we co-create a world that works for all. And so it is.
Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight, when true simplicity is gained. To bow and to bend, we will not be ashamed. To turn, turn, turn will be our delight, for by turning, turning, we come around right.
Today's daily word is grace. I'll read the affirmation and then invite you to affirm it with me. I trust grace is my constant blessing. Together, I trust grace is my constant blessing. As an expression of God, I need not ever worry about earning God's approval or favor. Grace is my assurance that I am one with God, an heir to all that God is. I know oneness during times of deep spiritual communion, understanding I am fully human and fully divine. Through this awareness, my experience of grace deepens. I understand grace as more than a gift from God and begin to see it as an aspect of my divine inheritance. Grace is not a blessing I need hope for. It is the blessing I can count upon. It is trusting I will have what I need when I need it, that my support will come to me even from the most unlikely channels. Grace is knowing that God is with me and within me throughout my life. From Ephesians 2, verse 8, for by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God.
Sometimes it amazes me how strong the power of love can be. Sometimes you just take my breath away. You watch my love grow like a child, sometimes gentle and sometimes wild. Sometimes you just take my breath away. And it's too good to slip by, too good to use, too good to be there just to lose. I'm gonna stand up on a mountaintop and share the news that you, yes, you take my breath away. Your beauty is there in all I see. Oh, and I feel your eyes on me. Oh, you just take my breath away. Say my life is yours, and my heart will be singing for you eternally. Oh, don't you know, you just take my breath away. And it's too good to slip by, it's too good to lose, too good to be there just to use. And I'm gonna stand up on that mountaintop and spread the news that you just take in grace my breath away. Yes, you take my breath away.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. Nice deep breath, everyone. A nice deep breath. Good morning. I trust you all had a lovely Thanksgiving. If not in person, then in consciousness, because every day is a beautiful day in our consciousness. Is it not? Yes. If we choose it to be. And so today we celebrate that beautiful consciousness within us. Now, I don't know what happened, but we were visited last night over the weekend by the Unity Palo Alto elves who decorated our sanctuary. Would you give them a big round of applause? Let's show some pictures, Ethan. This is what was happening over this last weekend as our elves came and transformed our sanctuary. And the next one, we'd like to thank our elves for their participation. If you are here, please stand so we can recognize you and bless you. Sherry Robinson, the architect, Alice, Chris, Mimi, Nancy. Who else was here? Looks like Carrie was here. And Francis is, there's Francis, you're in the light there. So we would like to bless you. Thank you so much. So we're going to get our hands ready, and together we say, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the light in you. Thank you so much for this wonderful gift. Well, it's that time of year. We're done with Thanksgiving. We're getting ready for Christmas. Everybody feel the hustle and bustle of what's going on? Do you sense all of the excitement at the grocery stores and and the traffic is back. It's so exciting. It's wonderful. And we get into this idea of that hustle and bustle of the holidays. And you know, there are some things about the holidays that just light us up, isn't there? There's some things that just take our breath away, whether it's the giant tree in the store in San Francisco or in the Unity Palo Alto. There's some things in life that just really lift us up, especially during this time of year. So I invite you to think about something that really brings that sense of awe. This last week, our practice was to take 5 minutes every day to look for something out in the world or in your life that inspires you, to find the presence of God everywhere in the world, and to just take 5 minutes to express and experience and be grateful for that awe. So take a moment now to think of that thing that really lights you up, that lifts you up, and that those things that take your breath away. And as you're thinking about it, now take a conscious, nice, deep breath. Now, what I've discovered is the breath is the key. I know a lot of people have said that over the last 4,000 years. I'm here to tell you it's true, in case you didn't believe them. But the breath is our key to our experience. Because when we take a conscious breath in the presence of the awe, it magnifies it within us. You know, we're really present in the moment when we're experiencing that. And that's the wonderful, beautiful thing about the holidays, is that it starts to bring out more of that awe. And as we go through life, take a nice, deep breath and experience God in the moment. That idea, that presence, that beauty, that substance. Now, there's another part of the holidays. Let me see if this resonates with you, if you experience this, where the holidays can sometimes squeeze your breath out of you. Anybody experience that? Or is it just me? Yeah, that's the stressful time in the parking lot, or the stressful time with the relatives, or the stressful time with our own expectations, right? It starts to squeeze the breath out of us. The remedy is the same. Take a nice, deep, cleansing breath and release the stress. And then bring to mind something that brings you a sense of awe. Something that brings you a conscious experience of awe. So that's our practice. Let me dive down into it a little bit more. Casey said earlier this idea of our first principle, that God is. In Unity, we understand that God is everywhere present in all things and in all people. That God is that in the universe whose circumference is everywhere. Whose circumference is nowhere and whose center is everywhere. And so that puts God's center right in you, in this very moment. That one presence and power is that substance and intelligence within you. And that idea that it's there already, all we have to do is allow it to be. The great poet Alfred Lord Tennyson once said, God is closer than breathing and nearer than our hands and our feet. God is closer than breathing. Now, I like to, when I'm really in the moment, I can really sense that. And I can really feel that presence as I'm breathing. It's like I'm not breathing, I am being breathed. Right? That energy is flowing through me. It's like the psalm once said, God's breath gives me life. That's the kind of breath that we want to take. Because try as you might, you can't hold your breath for very long. Now, some can do it for a long time. But not forever. We can't consciously hold our breath, right? Because our breath naturally comes and goes. It's like we are being breathed by the universe. That presence within us is that idea and that energy that's flowing through us when we allow that energy to flow. And so when we are stressed and strained, right, the opposite happens. We are squeezing ourselves. We know that when we get stressed, our heart rate starts to ramp up. Our breathing starts to become shallow, right? We know that. Science has proven that. We jump into the fight, flight, freeze, or please mode when we're just so stressed about it that our breath is is so shallow and quick. And then at some point, later we start to calm down. And the question is, the real trick is here, when you're stressed, when you're not breathing, you're literally squeezing God out. You're literally squeezing that energy out of you, that presence and power, that idea, that substance, the spirit that's always flowing through you. You are squeezing it as much as you can. You can't get rid of it. Sorry, nice try. But when you squeeze it, it seems like we're not present. It seems like we're restricted. It seems like we're getting the life squeezed out of us because we're not present to that breath. We're not present to that substance, that intelligence, that presence. And so the energy within us, the energy of spirit, seems to diminish. Right? Our harmony with other people and in our lives seems to diminish. It also squeezes out inspiration and intuition. It squeezes out a divine intelligence and creative thinking. We're so stuck when we're trapped by that squeeze of ego. We're edging God out because we're stressed. So as we move through this experience of the holidays, our focus can be on the awe, can continue to be on the awe. Anybody want that? I got 5 people, all right. The rest of you, I'll get you, don't worry. That awe that comes with, that sense memory of that first candy cane of the season, right? That feeling that you have in your mouth. The awe, the sense feeling of the lights as you're driving down the street, of the beautiful Christmas trees, of the beautiful menorah, of the beautiful whatever it is that you're looking at in the world that brings you awe, of the leaves turning, of the joyous singing, of the company. That can allow you to bring awe into your life and into your experience when you're looking and breathing and looking for it. And so our goal here is to really pay attention to our breath. We talk about this as mindful breathing. I'm sure everyone's heard of the term mindful breathing, where we're really, in our head, we're focused on our breath. And that brings our thoughts into the present moment, when we're simply focusing on our breath. So when you're feeling stressed, you can put your attention into your breath, and that will help you. Now, if you're really stressed, you're not going to be able to breathe, right? Because you can't get unstuck. So you have to give yourself some time or focus on your feet or do, 4-square breathing, whatever other method that you have to bring yourself back to present, to balance yourself. But in that moment, when you're focusing on your breath, you can bring your mind to your breath, then your mind starts to settle down. Your brain will settle down. And what I like to do is bring my attention then to my heart. It's called heart-centered breathing. So yes, I'm following my breath with my mind. That gives my monkey mind something to do, right? It's no longer rattling around in my head, but it brings me down to my heart. It brings me down into the energy of love. It brings me down into the energy of compassion and caring. And it brings me down into the energy of awe. Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "Breath is the bridge which connects life to consciousness, which unites your body with your thoughts. Wherever your mind becomes scattered, whenever your mind becomes scattered, use your breath as the means to take hold of your mind again. So take hold of your mind and then bring your focus down into your heart, so you can begin to express and experience that sense of awe." Now, if you're having trouble, again, go back to our sourcing like we did at the beginning of the service. Think about something that you really like in life. Think about something that really lifts you up. Think about something that gets you excited in life, and allow it to get you excited. Allow yourself to feel that awe, to feel that love, that energy, that consciousness well up within you. So find something of awe when you're feeling stressed, in the moment. And it can be so simple, even if you're in the middle of a conversation. Just, bring to mind, I'm grateful for my breath. I'm grateful that I have this experience so that I can remember to be grateful for my breath. We can bring to mind the thoughts, the leaves, the trees, anything that lifts you up, and breathe into that experience. This is really the key of affirmative prayer. You see, in unity, prayer isn't something that we do at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day. It's something that is constant when we're doing it right. In unity, Charles Fillmore said, the co-founder of the unity movement, said that prayer is the highest form of mind action. So that's when we are at our peak. That's when we are flowing with Spirit. That's when we're in that state of awe and we're living from that. And we're expressing and experiencing that. And we've had those experiences now and then, but it's training ourselves to be in that state and in that presence more and more every day. And there are 5 steps, and the first step is relaxation. And I love this idea because this is what you can do at that next party, those holiday parties that are coming up. Anybody have a holiday party? Only the 5 that are. Okay, guess we're all going together. So relaxation, affirmative prayer. Here's what Charles Fillmore says relaxation is. When you start to go into the silence, you should breathe evenly in the happy feeling that you are taking in the great drafts of God's pure life-sustaining air. What a beautiful image. Not just breathing, but drawing in life, drawing in divine love, drawing in that energy that's all around you. Just really see that energy flowing into you. That's the first step. The second step is to release, to breathe out. So as you draw in that divine essence of who you are, right? That love that's already within you, affirming, I am love. As you're drawing in, as you're breathing out, you can release. And what do we release and what do we let go of? Well, we let go of anger, resentments, frustrations, fears. The person at the party that you're going to be seeing in the next couple of weeks, just the 5 of us. We're going to go to that same party. Right? There's someone or something, we let go of those things in the breath so that we can relax more, so that we can be present, so we can raise our mind action, so we can get aligned with it and take control. Because what happens again when you're stressed? You have no control of your thoughts. So this is a way of really centering and balancing yourself from the head and from the heart. Breathe in the happiness, the joy of this divine air, this fresh air, this life-giving air, and then release anything that you're holding on to. The second, or the third and fourth actions are attention and focus. And, release. I have to go back to Charles Fillmore for the release. You cannot listen to God while your heart is giving, while your ear is given to your affairs. You can gain nothing by incessantly milling around in negative thought. You can gain all by quietly letting go of the outer appearances and laying hold of God, that divine essence within you, sum and source. So we draw in that breath and we release it. And then we go to our attention and our concentration. Those are the 2 next steps in affirmative prayer. And where do we put our attention? Anyone? In our heart. In awe. In the presence and power of God. That's everywhere around us. Bring to mind again that idea that lifts you up, because that's God too. If God is everywhere present, then God is in the leaves and the trees and the fleas. I don't like to, think about the fleas too much. I know they have a purpose. I just haven't figured it out yet. That's not my job. Well, where's my attention? My attention is focusing on the awe, the expression. So that's when my exhalation shifts from releasing to expressing. If I'm drawing in love, I'm expressing kindness. If I'm drawing in peace, I am a peaceful presence. And then that becomes my concentration, just breathing in the awe and breathing out life. Being in the flow of that energy, being that energy. And as I get into that energy, I move into the silence, that still place within us where there is just me and the universe, where there is just me in this infinite expression of love, where there's just me and God, and you are all God. So we're all part of this whole tapestry. As we move into this experience of life, we are connecting to one another. And that's the great thing about affirmative prayer. When we think and hold the same vision for each other, we lift each other up. We send each other that energy, and that lifts one another up into that consciousness. The silence, as Charles Fillmore says, is the inner chamber, that quiet place within your heart. We are taught to center our thoughts within and then to shut the door. That is, to close our minds to all of the outer thinking and think about God and God's goodness and love. You can speak to God in the quiet of your heart, just as you would speak to me. Tell God as much as you desire, and know that God's loving presence and how glad you are to receive God's blessing and God's will. Then be very still. Be very still and feel God's love enfolding you. Be still, be still, be still. God in the midst of you is substance. God in the midst of you is love. God in the midst of you is wisdom. Let wisdom fill your thoughts with the substance and faith of God. And if you don't like the word God, use isness, use consciousness, use allness. This is the wonderful thing and experience about this idea of God being, whose center is everywhere, is that's the intimate God. That's the presence that you feel and sense. That's the warmth and the uplifting. And God as that never-ending circumference, that's the transcendent God, that which is everywhere. It's a both and. And when we allow ourselves to breathe in the present moment, we are in that state. When we bring to mind that awe and bring to our heart and breathe from our heart in any situation, we are in the flow of life. We are the flow of life. And our minds and our thoughts begin to align with that presence and power. So the more we work at it, the more we work with it, the more it becomes part of who we are. And then you're able to show up more from that situation. We all have our yeah buts in life, yeah? We all have our we should-havites, right? We all have our should-havite in us. We should have ... And yeah, but you don't know my uncle. And yeah, but so all of these things we have, those are just things. That's the experience of life. And into that we can draw in love and bring to that situation kindness and compassion. We can draw in peace and be the peacemaker. We can draw in peace and be the peaceful presence. We can draw in wisdom and intuition and be the wisdom in the room and make wise choices and wise decisions. And that's the whole purpose of, and this idea of living through this practice of prayer. Making every breath a celebration. Now, when you think about breathing, then every word that you utter is a word that has power, is a word that is expressing you, expressing life. So if you think about it that way, it really makes you start to wonder and be mindful of what you're thinking and what you're saying. That's when my should-havites come into play. I shouldn't have said that. Don't worry, I'm owning that for you. Nobody raise their hand. No one in this room, of course. But there's the point. It's when you're there, it's like, okay, I can breathe in forgiveness. I can breathe in love and I can breathe out forgiveness. Forgiveness for me, forgiveness for the other person. Because forgiveness realigns myself and allows myself to be present. And then we can say words of joy and praise and excitement and enthusiasm. Anybody like to do that? Or is that just me too? And the five of us. We love to sing. We love to express our joy. We love to say thank you and really mean it. We love to see the expression in someone's voice and their eyes light up when we say hello and we really mean it. It's one of the great things I like about my local grocery store. There are a couple of checkers I always go to because I stop and say hello. They stop, they look me in the eye, and they smile, and they say hello. It's fantastic. It makes me feel so good. Everyone goes up, yeah, hi, yeah, I see you. When am I like that? When am I just busy moving the passing things around from one to another and not paying attention? When can I be more present and available for somebody? and be that joy, be that smiling face for somebody. Now, we have somebody here. Casey, can I borrow your microphone? We have somebody here who is, I think, a real expert at this thing called joyful expression. Expert at using their voice to bring out the best in themselves and other people. And so I'd like to ask John to please stand. Now, John's birthday is today.
I made it! Wow! Yeah, attitude of gratitude, absolutely. I thank God for every second that God gives me. Should I tell him about the stuff that makes me what I am?
You tell him whatever you want, John.
Number one, don't let age be a cage. Number two, don't retire, refire. Number three, don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out of it alive. Number four, most important of all, monitor what goes on between your two ears. This is the only place we live 24/7. So, how do you keep it positive? With an attitude of gratitude. We have so much to be grateful for, we should not have room for what I call stinking thinking. How's that sound?
I think you should keep going.
Maybe I ought to get up there and get the sermon. I don't know. Anyway, laughter is heavenly medicine, and God has been so good to me. Oh, I appreciate it. Every day when I get up, I say, thank you, God, for one more day. And that's where it's at. One day at a time.
How old are you today, John?
How old am I today? I am so old. No kidding. I am so old that they've discontinued my blood type. Wow. Can you imagine? 102. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
To you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to John. Happy birthday Thank you, John. I do tend to focus on the heart and not all my other organs. So we'll just make a blanket prayer for all of those organs. Can we show the first picture, Ethan, of all the wonderful merriment of John at almost 103 in some of these photos? I didn't know that I knew that there's a selfie. I love the selfie in the middle. I didn't know you were a rock star. I did know you were a healer, and I guess that you're a patriot and a dapper guy. There was another one that I guess I left out. It was your Scottish kilt photo. But we'll put that on Facebook. So you can go there for that. Happy birthday, John. And you haven't made it yet, because I thought you were like 110. So you have a few more years. I'll meet you there. There is, Ethan, let's go ahead and go to our affirmation. I'm going to read our affirmation and invite you to take it in. Take it in with your breath, breathe it in, and then express it out after I'm finished. I breathe in divine love. I breathe out kindness and compassion. I breathe in the awe of spirit. I breathe out joy and bliss. Together, I breathe in divine love. I breathe out kindness and compassion. I breathe in the awe of spirit. I breathe out joy and bliss. And so it is. So if you got nothing else out of my talk, remember an attitude of gratitude. Quick, what was the second one? Don't let age be a cage. Don't retire. Refire. Monitor what's between your two ears, because we live there every day, 24/7. You know, take a trip down into the heart every once in a while. Gosh, I'm a really good speaker. And an attitude of gratitude. That's number 5. Any more you want to add there, John? Next year. We'll get to the next ones next year. You got to come back. Breathe in. Breathe in the love. Breathe in the happiness. Breathe in the joy. You're somebody who has a beautiful blueprint to help you get to 103. You're somebody who has a beautiful blueprint so that you will enjoy every moment of every breath. Take a nice deep breath in. Let's move into our time of meditation and affirmative prayer. With a nice deep cleansing breath, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze if that feels comfortable. And begin to tune out and relax and let go of all of the things that are going on between your two ears. Any thoughts that bubble up, just let them drift away. Like leaves floating down a river. With a nice deep cleansing breath, we put our attention into our heart. Bring to mind that awe, that which inspires you, that laughter, that joy. Breathe into your heart space and draw in divine love. Put your attention in your solar plexus and feel the wisdom, feel your intuition, your gut feelings, your gut sensations. Feel that divine wisdom as it comes to you. Put your attention in your feet. Feel yourself grounded, centered in spirit, centered in this present moment. As we breathe in, we draw in divine love, that harmonizing energy of spirit. It flows through your entire body, through every cell. Every cell knows its divine purpose and is expressing and experiencing wholeness in this moment. We draw in divine love and we breathe out gratitude. We draw in peace and feel that presence of peace within us. Become that peaceful presence as we breathe out compassion and understanding. We draw in harmony and we allow this energy, this light, and this love to express and experience as it flows in, through, and as us now, as we rest in the stillness of the silence. With each breath, I'm one with the infinite flow of life, love, and wisdom. With each breath, I draw in divine love, and I express kindness and compassion. With each breath, I draw in peace, and I am a peaceful presence. With each breath, I draw in the awe of spirit, and I breathe out and express joy and bliss. We send this energy out into the world to each other as we bless and heal each other. With each breath, we express this light and this energy out into the world, blessing all of humanity, lifting the whole of consciousness up in this very moment. With a breath, we bless this planet from the center of its core to the outer edges of its atmosphere, expressing health and harmony, expressing balance and inspiration. And this light, this collective light that we shine together, we send out into the universe, blessing all of creation. From the center of our being, there is God, expressing out from us to the edges of nowhere, to the edges of everywhere. For we are one with the infinite flow of life, love, and wisdom. And for that truth, for that joy, we give thanks. We take this moment to turn within, to celebrate that joy within us, to give thanks for this experience, and to celebrate by singing the Alleluia.
Hallelujah.
And with a nice, clean, cleansing breath, draw in the fresh air, feel that loving energy that flows through us, and say, thank you, Spirit. As we open our eyes, if you haven't already done so, just allow that energy to flow through you today. Allow that laughter, that joy, that bliss, that harmony to be your guide today as you move through this world. Unity Palo Alto is here to help you discover your spiritual magnificence and to live from that magnificence every day. We're here because of your generous donations, and however you'd like to support our organizations, there are many ways in which you can give, but however you decide to give, give with love. For it's the manner that we give to the world that we receive from the world. And when we give with love, we receive love overflowing. The affirmation that we say is on the screen, and I invite you to affirm it with me. Together, divine love from me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
Sitting here tonight by the firelight, it reminds me I already have more than I should. I don't need fame, no one to know my name. At the end of the day, with grace I pray. I have a life that's good. Two arms around me, heaven to ground me, and a family that always calls me home. Four wheels to get there, and enough love to share, and a sweet, sweet song at the end of the day. Oh, now in grace I pray, I have a life that's good. Sometimes I'm hard on me. I need some help here. When dreams don't come easily, I want to look back and say, I did all that I could. Oh, at the end of the day, with grace I say, now I have a life that's good. With two arms around me, heaven to ground me, and a family that always calls me home. With four wheels to get there, enough love to share, and the sweet, sweet song at the end of the day. Now with grace I pray, I have a life that's good. Yes, with grace we pray, we have a life that's good. Oh, with grace I pray, I have a life. We all have a life. We're all breathing. We've got a great example, and we're so grateful. Now we have a life that's good. Yes, we do. We've got a life that's good. Oh, a life that's good. Oh, we've got a life that's good. I've got a life that's good. Happy birthday to you.
We are so blessed, yes, to come together and have this energy through the music and the talk and the wisdom here and the energy that we share together. We are so blessed. So let's keep this goodness going, and I invite you to stand because we're going to bless each other. And the blessing is going to be on the screen, and I know we usually do it as a group, but I think we should say I. And I want you to really look at the person in front of you, and knowing that the energy and love you're giving forth is coming back at you as well. So together, okay, ready? I love you. I bless you. I appreciate you. And I behold the light in you. And so it is. Yes, yes. So the opportunities, it doesn't stop here. There's more opportunities to connect and share the good news that is Unity Palo Alto. So let's see, today after service, our June Riley, right here. Well, raise your hand, June. Raise it. Yeah, June is going to lead us in a Bring Your Lunch Brunch. This is a great meet and greet opportunity. Now, don't worry if you didn't bring your lunch, because we have a great hospitality team. You can grab a cup of coffee and a snack and sit at the tables or in the yes hall today. Okay, so just follow June, because we'll see if you're brave enough to do the temp outside or the Yes Hall, which is right down the way. And it's no worries. This is a at ease thing. The conversation is guided. It's all good. Just come and be with your peeps. And join us on Monday, December 4th for the Music Holiday Toy Drive. Bring a new, unwrapped, and unopened. That's the important part, kids. To support local unhoused kids celebrating the holidays. It's just a win-win here. I mean, you're going to get Margot Leduc and the band, right? So you get to come and sing and feel good, and you get to do good. I mean, it's just a win-win. So Monday the 4th. Unwrapped. Oh. I say that because I worked with kids one year and we bought presents and played with them and then had to wrap them all again. We did double wrapping. Anyway, long story. Okay, you are invited to a free dinner for the UPA community on December 10th from 5 to 7. The meal is prepared by the Men of Unity, a men's group. I know. And what I really love is they're creating this space and holding this space for us to build community. So kudos and yay to the men. And they're cooking. You can reserve on the website so they can plan how much food to order. And start planning your holidays. I mean, come on, we're all festive here already. Join us for Christmas Eve on Sunday service at 10 a.m., the usual time. And then the Christmas Eve candlelight service at 8 p.m. It's such a beautiful meaning service, so just nice way to kind of get you in the festivities. And I'm going to invite John up. Come on up, John.
Well, speaking of community, I got this one.
Oh,
Speaking of community, we're beginning a new program this Thursday, actually. It's called Community Connections. You don't have to go anywhere. You can stay right here.
Okay. What's happening?
No, I'm okay.
John?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Well, Casey, I'm so glad you asked. We're starting a new program called Community Connections. It's in partnership with David Lucas of Christie's Serrano Real Estate. And each month we're going to bring in a new expert to talk about things that will be important to not just our spiritual community, but to the greater community, and just to invite conversation and connection and community. And so this Thursday at November 30th, there's 2 times, one at noon, lunch will be served, and at 6:30, snacks will be included. It'll be in the Yes Hall, right down the hall there. And our focus today, this time, is on real estate and the 3 takeaways: how to succeed at confusing them, and if in a confusing, not how to succeed at confusing a market.
Check.
How to succeed at confusing your congregation. No, how to succeed in a confusing market. Home improvements that bring the biggest return and the best time to buy and sell your home. So this is a great educational tool. There's no sales pitches, it's just content. And we'll be doing this monthly and extending it out to our community. There are postcards in the breezeway there at the hospitality and on the welcome table. You're welcome to take that home and tell everyone you know.
This is your full-service spiritual community. So let's see. And now I want to ask for our prayer chaplains to stand. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are in any need of prayer, our prayer chaplains are here to lovely listen in this space of peace, to help you take that breath, to be a witness with you. And they are amazing people, and so I'm so grateful that they serve our community in this way. So they'll be at where they're at after service if you'd like to come talk with them. So thank you. And now I invite you to stand, everyone to stand for this song of peace.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony.
And now our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Love and blessings, everyone. Have a wonderful week.
Well, in its own way, like a starry summer night on a cold winter's day. Now everything is beautiful in their own way. Under God's heaven, the world's gonna find a way. There is none so blind as he who will not see. We must not close up our minds. We must let our thoughts be free. For every hour that passes by, you know the world gets a little bit older. It's time to realize that beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Yes, everything is beautiful in its own way, like a starry summer night or a snow-covered winter's day. Yes, everything is beautiful in their own way. Well, under God's heaven, the world's gonna find